Bright has been getting a lot of hate for the past 2 days or 3 days due to his horrible singing. Now, Bright has seemingly spoken back. Now, this is me allegedly saying because he has posted a story saying that in Kendrick Lamar words, we gonna be alright. Okay, Bright, we know you're going to be alright. Like, if you've scaled through from 2020 to now 2024, like with the talent that you have, you are most definitely going to be okay. You can be scammed once and then you realize, oh shit, I'm being scammed. And the blinders come off. Saying, okay, Bright, we know you're going to be alright. Like, if you've scaled through from 2020 to now 2024, like with the talent that you have, you are most definitely going to be okay. You can be scammed once and then you realize, oh shit, I'm being scammed. And the blinders come off and your eyes are wide open. But for most of us, like we have been scammed by the bright fiasco since 2020 until now, to thinking that he's an amazing incredible actor, which he's not. Just to be honest, he's I know he has this, why a lot of people felt like he was a thing is because he gave off this bad boy vibe, and people are so into that bad boy vibe. All the girlies, all the girls, everyone loves a good bad boy. Now, people fell for that, and people fell for it long enough to thinking that he was like the hottest thing to ever walk on earth, that he was an amazing, fantastic actor, which he's not, and he was an incredible musician. Like, his voice is made of milk and honey, which is not. Now, a lot of people are now speaking back and actually saying that, I can't believe that we have been so blind all that while. Now, I myself haven't been shy on saying that I don't think he's a good actor. I don't think he's a good musician. I've said it a couple of times, gotten hate over it here. Even on my Twitter, I've gotten hate for it, but I actually don't care because I'm not going to baby people, and I'm not going to say something is good when it's work. I'm going to talk about it. Now, a lot of people are saying that, or some people are saying that the only reason we are talking about how horrible Bright is a musician and how horrible Bright is an actor is because, he, like, a few months ago, I think, he came out and said that he was dating Nini Veda. Now, I'm shocked because this is not the first time that Bright has had a girlfriend. Is it? It's not. This is not his first girlfriend that we've known of. So why would you think that people do actually think that he's a horrible actor? Because now we suddenly, all of a sudden, know that he's straight. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? No, it's not that. It's because when people's eyes start finally seeing, when the blinds come off, you start peeling off the onion, and people have started peeling off Brights and have started realizing that it's like they were in a dream. Can I say dream? Or they let the version of what they wanted him to be take precedent than what he actually is. Now that's what we are seeing. And that's exactly what me and some people have been saying for the longest and have gotten hate for it. Now, Bright is like, we know how hard it is to get into the BL industry and in the Thai industry and to actually make it. And I've never been shy to saying that Bright and Win got it the easy way, because I do believe like there are so many like talented people who I wish had that kind of fame, but they are not actually seeing it. And it's sad. It's sad because they are people who are all rounders, that they can act, they can sing, and they are actually really good, like amazing people. And I'm not blind, I'm not stupid, I'm not dumb to know that at the end of the day, like, you never know these people. Like, they might be acting on the TV, and they might also be acting in real life. When the cameras are on, when they're in front of their fans, they are just acting. Because then again, we've seen many instances with Win Per Win and his case of like allegedly like beating his girlfriend up, and by build his allegedly beating his girlfriend up, and the other BL actor, like, we know they are not as sweet as they pretend to be. But if it is matters concerning talent, like, there are other amazing talented people who might never get the kind of fame that has been awarded to Bright and Win. And most people are saying now that the only reason they got that is because of pretty privilege. Now, pretty, again, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. I'm going to say that. But to me, I feel like Bright is a solid. I don't want to be rude. Like, why am I even putting myself in this situation? Like, I'm going to give him a solid 6.57. But you know who I can say can get pretty privilege? Apple, definitely. I'm not going to make his head big, so I'm just going to give him a solid 9.8. Just a solid 9.8. And then I'm going to give someone like Poom, the other Poom from Standing the Joan. I'm going to give him a solid like 8, 9. Like, there are people who we can say they deserve the pretty privilege, and there are other people who can say, okay, but I guess because Bright comes off with, because of the show that he was on, he comes off with that bad boy persona. And after like the whole Together the series, he like embodied it and like started giving off the aura of a bad boy even in real life, and people just ran with that. So I guess that's it, but I'm not going to say it's pretty privilege per se, but I'm going to say like it was just a lucky streak that their show came at the darkest hours of our lives, and some people just fell for it, while people like us who have a hard head, like a coconut head, didn't fall for it. I guess we've been through so many scams that we can see them a mile away, that like we don't fall for shit easily. Now, the hate will still go on. People are still going to call Bright out. Other people will do it because they genuinely feel like it's finally the opportunity to actually speak their minds without getting any hate, because so many people are now saying it. Some other people will say it. I'm not going to lie, because they feel like the Bright twinship is no longer or will never happen, and they're now joining the bandwagon to actually like push hate towards Bright, because then again there are people who actually think like that. I'm not going to pretend and say that they are not people like that. They are people like that, because you will find the same people who were always fighting us for actually saying how horrible he was in music and in acting, and they were there like hating on us, are the same people. You will find that the same people who now are speaking very badly towards his acting and his music. So, Bright, you are going to be all right with your 18 million followers, and you're still going to do okay. It's nothing other than that. But one thing that is always going to be there is how people are talking, how horrible and how untalented you are is on the internet now. And when we Google your name, like that shit is going to come up. So I guess you will have it all. But still, people will always question, are you talented enough to having it all? So if you've gotten to the end of this video, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Turn on the post notification. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Share this video and comment on your thoughts on everything Bright. Do you think that it was pretty privileged? Do you think that it was a lucky streak? Because then again, the show came at the darkest hour of our lives. Do you actually do believe that he is talented enough and people are just being hateful and bashful because of like the whole Nini Veda issue? And do you actually think that Bright is going to get over this? Like, people are going to forget how untalented he is and in a couple of days and actually start praising him for his acting? Or do you think that this bus has just left the station and people blinders are off, and from now on they are going to critique every single thing he does, and people are going to subdue him to stop doing live concerts? Because then again, I saw the day two of the concert and I felt like he was holding back. Like he was not, he had these moments whereby he was in his head and he actually didn't want to sing so much because he didn't want to give people a reason to talk more about his horrible singing. So I don't know if this will put a damper into him performing live, because then again we see he sings a lot of time. So does this mean that the number of times that he has concerts or he performs live are going to reduce? Because a lot of people are saying he should stick to studio making music, which then again, why waste his money? Why not just let the whole thing go? So yeah, bye guys.